Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you today, man. Gonna have a ton of fun. Now, got a lot to break down and a lot to get to, so we're not gonna waste any time. Let's take a look at how we did on what was that, Monday there? Yeah, Monday. All right. Not bad. I mean, we go 2-2 in picks. Get the Nationals Pirates over 7. Get the Dodgers over 1.5 home runs plus 130. Rose Yankees over 9. Dodgers teach over 5.5. But Shohei hits a bomb plus 300. Mookie hits a bomb plus 550. Solid there. Tough one for my man Brad Betts. 0-2, but those days happen, man. Our guy will come back strong, man. No concerns with that whatsoever. Now, those were our plays, as you know, man. Go ahead, hit that. Well, as Melanie said, press 1, all right, if you're going to have a good day here, all right? Also, scan that QR code right there. Join the Discord. You get the show basically 24 hours a day, anytime that you want it. Go ahead and scan it. It's free. If you've never used Discord before, it's a lot like, well, Slack, if you use that at work. Real easy, just a chat room, but you get the crew and everybody together. Now, we will have a crew exclusive for tonight, okay? As we always do, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. And the big thing that we're going to do, and we'll hit this on our 3 p.m. Eastern today, all right? So, crew exclusive every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you want to be a part of that, look in the show description right there. You'll see the link. It's like $5 a month. What is that, 4 cents a day, Melanie? Let them know. Real easy there. But yeah, what we're going to do, though, is we will begin, and we'll start this at our 3 p.m. Eastern show today, is we are going to have a game that we all live sweat together. So we'll have a poll on our 3 p.m. Eastern show. So start thinking of what game that we want to live bet and sweat together. And Zach Phelps said it right there. 1 member on Discord away from 600. Man, that's awesome. Awesome news right there. Yeah, 600 indeed. Man, that's a big number. That is a huge number. Love it, man. Absolutely love it. So, see who will be our 600th. Belly said, press 2 if AB owes us beaver nuggets. Yes. Oh, my God. Went to Buc-ee's over the weekend. I wish I was going today. Love some Buc-ee's. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So, yeah, Esteban said Mookie Betts bomb salvage. Yeah, man. That was nice. It was nice to get both of them. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, indeed. Big Cody. Hey, good morning, bud. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Fred said membership is the price of McDonald's $5 meal deal. Except the membership lasts a month instead of 5 minutes. That is the selling point right there. I absolutely love it. Brad said Bournemouth got a goal in minute 1 yesterday, then 0 goals in the final 89 minutes. Dude, it's brutal, man. I've seen that in baseball, right? Where it's like we're playing the over 8.5, and then you see, 3 runs in the first inning. You're like, oh, yeah, let's go. And then nothing. Dude, sports are funny, man. All right. Now, we got to represent, show out for our man. I had a lot of slides to click through. All right. Our Howie Schwab crew play of the day. So the NBA playoffs, well, the NBA play-in tournament begins tonight. Playoffs begin on Thursday. But you got 2 games, all right? You're going to go with the Grizzlies plus 6.5. Take it on the Warriors minus 6.5. You're going to go with the Hawks plus 5.5. Take it on the Magic minus 5.5. Poll is in the chat. Vote now. Update as we always do at the end of the show. Feel free, obviously, drop your picks on this. Not only vote, in the poll, drop them in the chat if you're watching live. Okay. Tony, yeah, dude. Dodgers left so many dudes on base. I know, man. It was brutal, dude. It was brutal. Melanie, miss you how? Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, hold on. Discord just hit 600 members. Let's go. There we go. Got them 6 bills. All right. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the picks for today. All right, so we're going to start this light. Now, anybody that's new, all right, to Driving the Line, it absolutely is a show and a brand that is built on all of us together, right? So we have the entire day to build up our betting slips for tonight. Okay. Now, we're going to start here with three, and then you'll see how the show goes. It's essentially we are going to break down and go through all kinds of angles, and then we'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern today to finish it all up and hit our final bet. So we're going to start here. Giants and Phillies over 8. These two teams, man, are so random at what you're going to get in terms of runs, but I kind of think that Verlander gets lit up a little bit. I do like it here on 8. Yeah, yeah, I think we're going to get it. All right. A's White Sox over 8. Again, can be very random, and especially when you throw the White Sox into it. But quite frankly, man, like the White Sox can pop off, man. They can get you going. And then the A's, we know that they can hit the ball too. We're going to talk about weather. And then finally, Jimmy Butler over 6.5 rebounds. All right, for the Warriors here. Now, going up against the Grizz, yeah. The Warriors are such an interesting rebound team because when you fire a lot of threes and you fire a lot of outside shots, you get outside rebounds, right? So it doesn't always have to be right there on the glass, which Jimmy Butler can do, but you're going up against the big fella down there from Memphis. That being said, I like Butler over 6.5 rebounds. We're going to go back to our blue collar work. See how our boy does here. All right. So those are the three that I have for today. Drop your picks in the chat or in the comment section. Let me know what you're on so far, kind of what you're setting the table for in regards to what you like. And again, we'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Eastern as well. So we have plenty of time, but we definitely did want to get it started. John Eccles says Zach Phelps is the MVP of Driving the Line. Hell yeah, he is. Yeah, dude. Zach's done a ton of good work. Man. 100%, man. You got my vote right there. That's first ballot. Prince said Memphis high volume offense leads to plenty of rebound opportunities. Absolutely, man. I think that we're going to get it there on both sides, right? But I do like Jimmy to get over 6.5 boards. Now, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about the NBA. So, like I said, we have the play-in games for tonight. All right. And I'll put myself here on screen so we can see. So Grizzlies and the Warriors. Now, this is flipped here. The first game is the Hawks and the Magic. All right. At Central. So it's 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central on TNT. Again, I'm fascinated to see Paolo Banchero. Props are juiced already, which that's another thing too. Be careful when you're betting star players and their props in the NBA playoffs. Now, be careful because you're going to see like some numbers that get juiced. But in the playoffs, man, like with the NBA, it's generally your star players. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Justin said, honestly, don't see how the Magic and Hawks game does not go over 218.5. Completely agree. Like I think I'm going to be honest, I think that this game is higher scoring than the Grizzlies and Warriors. I completely agree with you, Justin. I think the over 218.5 is a really, really good look there. So yeah, you've got Hawks on the road, plus 5.5 spread. Miles said, just got here, AB. Good morning. Good morning, Big Miles. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. So the second game tonight, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. God bless, 10 p.m. Eastern. I don't know how people in the East Coast watch sports. Grizzlies 6.5-point favorites on the road there against the Golden State Warriors. 6.5-point favorite, total of 229.5. Man, look, I don't want to bet unders here, but like going off of what Justin was just saying, I mean, I don't want to bet the under in this game, but anybody that does, I absolutely get it. And I think I agree. Man, it's tough. I don't know. I don't know if I want to take the spread either with the Warriors. I don't fully believe in Memphis. even though they're a good basketball team. Mm. Yeah, Brian, you might have the best look. Like, you might have the best look here, rolling money lines. Um, I agree with that approach. I mean, drop them in the chat, like what you guys think. Yeah, Dave, like Hawks plus 5.5 doesn't seem bad. I agree. Um, the Warriors are just, ugh, man, they're just a different team than what we're used to. Yeah, I think that money line is definitely a good way to go about it there. Uh, Andrew said Morant grenades over 5.5. Like, what in the world is John doing, man? Oh, wow. Esteban gifted 5 DTL memberships. Oh, man, Esteban, thank you so much. You are absolute stud. Thank you. Ooh, I like this look here. Boogie said Karis LeVert over 12.5 points. I like that. Um, Memphis is a mess. Scott, what up, bro? Good to see you. Grizzlies, smoke and mirrors, Warriors team totals play for me. Yeah, I see that. Love the Phillies tonight. Verlander struggle. We get Lazard on the mound. I think there's a mismatch. There's a big mismatch. I completely agree with you on that one. Dave said Jimmy has to be a little more aggressive about field. Yeah, and that's kind of why I played it of rebounds. I think that he is going to be aggressive. I think that, you know, playoff Jimmy. I mean, he gets like that's why he fits in with his team so well, is that they understand, you know, when it's time to go, it's time to go. And I think Jimmy's going to be a madman in terms of rebounds. I also looked at assists for Jimmy as well. The juice was like minus 130. I think it was what, 6.5, 7.5, somewhere around there. A little too high for me on that one, but I went with rebounds. Combo prop probably wouldn't be bad. Taking a look there now. So those are the two games that we have for tonight. Now, let's take a look at the NBA. So this is the play-in tournament, but you could see the bracket here, right, for the NBA playoffs as a whole. Now, you got a lot of arrows going on here. It's a lot happening, but that's just a look. I mean, let's take a look at the 1 seeds on each side. All right. Thunder, a 1 seed out there in the West. Cavaliers, a 1 seed in the East. Like, if you were looking at this and you're looking at futures of a team to win it all, right? And again, we're not sitting here, you know, going through the entire thing right now, but, you know, like, how do you feel overall with the playoffs? Like, who are the teams, you know, that you feel are going to be in the Eastern Conference Final, the Western Conference Finals? Um, yeah, drop those in. I mean, we have plenty of time to break down futures, but I just wanted to get this up there. Brian said, "Is this geometry?" I know, dude. I know. I was going through it earlier, and I was like, "This is way too early to be doing this, man." Country, I good to see you. I got player pods, Curry, butts, jaw hits, Jimmy, points, rebounds, and assists over. Matty, gotta love a good flow chart, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Being said, not like throwing random parlay together off the chat picks. I got 5 on it. Grab your ball. Sorry. Every time I see it. Boogie, playoff Jimmy's a real thing. Yeah, hell yeah, it is. Like, yeah. I mean, that's why, like, I have no concern with Jimmy. Like, he knows what time it is, and dude shows up. Dan, I'm taking Schwelly. I'm taking Schwellenbacher over 4.5 Ks, minus 115. Yeah, for the Braves. 4.5 seems low. It does seem low. That's a good look. Jinxie Braves team total over 3.5. There you go. There you go. Robert said Celtics are winning it all. 2 seed down there. Yup. Indiana Pacers super team to win the East, one of the hottest teams of the last 2 months. Good point right there. Celtics Lakers final. Oh, dude, that would be nice. That'd be real nice, man. Like Magic and Bird all over again. Andrew, I start singing next time you go robot. Yeah, right. You know what's funny? I'm gonna put a bet down on the table right now. It seems like the internet only goes out like when I have other guests on. Like when I roll solo, it's money. Now that I said that, it's gonna go. But nah, man. Like I don't, and that tells me I think it's the software program that we use. So I got to figure that one out. But whenever I go solo, like we go for an hour and a half. Let's see, Jess, I got to rename the plans for the GSW Invitational, right? Yeah. Bulls, yearly member of the play-in too. Yeah, they definitely are, man. I feel like Bulls and Heat, like we get Bulls and Heat every year, every single year. All right, so that's the play-in tournament. That's what we've got. We've got plenty more time to go through that. We got more teams playing tomorrow night. Now, all right, let me take a sip here because, and this is very professional. All right, but if you ever wanted a day in Major League Baseball where the weather is in your favor, where the wind is at your back, today's that damn day. Also, shout out to Calypso. Anybody ever drink Calypsos? Absolutely fire. All right, so that was absolutely clearly professional. Every television wants just the host alone drinking. Well, not drinking. I didn't mean like that. Taking a sip on here. All right, so Major League Baseball, like we said, you know what? We're just going to get it. All right, we need two things of good luck for today. So first off, I need Steve Spurrier.
Alan, everybody on the team's got to be accountable. That's what losers do. So get together.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that. Need to be called a loser today. You know, it's like a cold shower. Get it now. Let's go ahead and hit the weather. Okay. Like I said, if you wanted weather in Major League Baseball and college baseball, we're going to talk about that too. All right. Let's just go through these. Nationals at the Pirates. 18 miles an hour blowing straight out, baby. All right. Now, it's a little cold. All right. Going to be 47 degrees. Going to feel like low to mid 30s. Okay. Precipitation, 10 to 15% chance. Get a little rain. But look at that wind. Straight out. Okay. Straight out. Now, you've got that one. Let's keep going. Mariners at the Reds. Okay. 14 mile an hour winds. Blowing out. 53 degrees. Feels like low 40s. No chance of precipitation there. So not a lot of humidity. But again, you've got nice winds. Getting the ball up in the air. Yeah, should play out nicely. Okay. Giants and the Phillies. Good luck. Okay. This one is blowing sideways. All right. Towards right field, basically towards the right field foul pole. 59 degrees. All right. Feels like high 40s. Very, very small precipitation chance. These are solid. These are very, very solid here, especially left-handed pull hitters. Kyle Schwarber. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this could absolutely help you out. Bryce Harper. Yeah. These weather conditions right here are absolutely great for left-handed pull hitters, especially off of a guy like Verlander. Yeah, just pay attention to that right there. Keep going. Royals at the Yankees. Look at this. 17 miles an hour. Blowing out. Did anybody watch the Yankees game last night? Home run, home run, home run. It felt like Judge and Goldie were the only ones for the Yankees that didn't hit a bomb. All right. You got 58 degrees. Okay. Royals at the Yankees. You got 58 degrees. Feels like mid 40s. 8% chance of precipitation. That's nothing. You don't have really any humidity or anything. But breezy, mostly clear. Like I said, 17 mile an hour winds blowing out. But keep going. The Mets and the Twins, okay? The Northeast is getting great wind today. 53 degrees up there in Minnesota. 42 degrees is the feels like. No chance of precipitation. You're seeing wind blowing 11.5 miles an hour out towards right field. Oh, did you want to keep going? Keep going. A's and the White Sox. All right. 12.5 mile an hour winds blowing out. All right. Temperature 50 degrees. Feels like basically 40 degrees, no chance of precipitation. Yeah, solid right there. Should we keep going? Keep going. Tigers and the Brewers, 13-mile-an-hour winds blowing out, 48 degrees, high 30s, and the feels like no chance of precipitation. So it's going to be cold, and cold does have an effect on hitting the baseball. But again, and I'll tell you this. Do you know where cold weather has the best effect is for pitchers and their grips? All right. They can really grip the ball, meaning you could see a little more movement from pitchers. But again, they have to battle this wind too, and they're throwing into it. Okay. So that does kind of even it out a little bit. But whenever you do see cold weather and the wind isn't a factor, you're going to see pitchers they're going to have tight grips. They're going to have tight grips, and you're going to see a little bit more movement on sliders, cutters, curveballs, even circle changes have a little bit more of a movement there. So Tigers and the Brewers, there you go, man. Again, wind all over it. Now, let's get to our hitters. I'll tell you what, let's get to our home runs first. So here are our top 5 guys for today. Okay. Drop who you like in the chat. Could be these top 5, could be off the board. All right. So Kyle Schwarber, plus 300. Brent Rooker, the A's, plus 325. Dallas Garcia, the Rangers, plus 370. Randy Arozarena of the Mariners, plus 400. Carlos Santana of the Guardians, plus 700. Okay. So those are our top 5 guys for today. Kyle Schwarber for me. Now, I think you have great options in all 5. But Schwarber feels like the dude. Schwarber absolutely feels like the dude. Bryce Harper could be a guy as well. But I'll say this too. Do not sleep on Carlos Santana today. Do not sleep on Santana. Plus 700. Santana could blast one. So those are our 5 there. Kyle Schwarber plus 300, Brent Rooker plus 325, Dallas Garcia plus 370, Randy Arozarena plus 400, and then Carlos Santana plus 700. Yeah, drop in the chat who you like, and could be multiple guys, and it could be somebody different here than what we have. All right, let's pull up our hitter versus pitcher historicals. Hold on 1 second here. I did want to highlight comment we had. Justin said, honestly, think the ballpark weather portion of the show is very helpful when I'm making my plays for the day. Thank you. Hey, good, man. Justin, I hope that it does help, man. It helps me too, right? Like, it not that it's, automatically like, hey, bet these, don't bet these, but it gives you a really good idea. You know what I mean? And leaves you in a spot where you can you can kind of identify, because one of the hardest things in betting is that you have so many options. Like it can, I don't know about for you guys, like it can wear me out. You know what I mean? Just trying to cipher through all of it. I like that hat. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Scott said, if you know, you know. Yep. Raven said, Kyle Schwarber, James Woods, but Rick R play together for 1 home run. I like it. I like it. All right, let's get our hitter versus pitcher historicals here for today. And what we do is cycle these by home runs in their career of said batter versus said pitcher. Dallas Garcia right there at the top. Got 2. Carlos Santana. All right, got 2. Now, you also want to pay attention to, the at-bats and number of hits, right? Does a guy just kind of get lucky one time, hit a bomb? Or does he have success? All right, you see these guys. Look, Garcia, 3 hits, 9 at bats. Dude's hit 333, right? 4 hits on 11 at bats for Carlos Santana. All right, look at Arozarena. 6 at bats, 4 hits, 2 home runs, and a double. Dude, Arozarena, not a bad look against Lodolo there for the Reds. You see Simeon there. You see Christian Yelich, Paul DeJong. Kyle Schwarber against Justin Verlander. 7 at bats, 1 hit, 1 home run. There you go. All right. Yeah, keep going down. I mean, you see it, Reese Hoskins. You take a look at the pitchers there that you see mentioned a lot here. All right. Kikuchi there for the Angels. See him a few times. Yeah, man, like got a nice little spread here. All right. In regards to home runs. So, yeah, Here's your info there. Now, let's look at the other side of it. And again, these are filtered by 0 home runs. However, look, it doesn't mean that we're fading these guys, right? You just might take a look at, you can play home runs, right? Or you could say, all right, am I betting on the pitcher? Or even though they don't have home runs, they have, good at batting, averages against said pitcher. I mean, look at Bryce Harper, right? Faced Verlander 12 times his career. All right. 14 times, 2 walks, 12 at bats, 6 hits. He's hit 500 off of them. All right. Flores, 5 hits out of 11. All right. Teoscar Hernandez hitting 500 against Feltner. Right. Luis Garcia. Keep going down the list. You can see him here. Some guys that, could be in some. Go to the bottom portion here. You see a lot of 2 at bats, 2 hits, 2 at bats, 2 hits, 2 at bats, 2 hits, right? So you've got dudes on here that, while they don't have big home run numbers, well, I don't have any because we filtered by 0. They've hit the ball off these dudes. You know what I'm saying? So, look at Austin Riley, man. 3 at bats, 2 hits, off of Kevin Gausman there. So, there you go. Hope that this information helps. Now that we've seen that, we go back to the home runs. Does it change anything for you? Right? Kyle Schwarber plus 300, Brent Rooker plus 325, Dulles Garcia plus 370, Randy Arozarena plus 400, Carlos Santana plus 700. Like, again, at Santana plus 700, man, that could be nice. But for the biggest thing, I think that we are going to see home runs today. Across Major League Baseball, it's a little cold, but you've got wind blowing in your favors here for sure. Okay, so those are home runs. Let me get back to the picks here just for anybody who hopped in afterward. And here's what we've got. So, again, we'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern today. We'll also be live at 8 p.m. Eastern today. On the 3 p.m. Eastern show, as we always do, we will finish up our bets that we have for Major League Baseball, for the NBA playoffs, for college baseball. But we definitely just want to get the party started, right? Okay, here's what I'm on. Here's what I'm looking at. Let's keep going. Let's keep doing our work, and we'll reconvene at 3 p.m. Eastern. So I'm starting off with Giants Phillies over 8. Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of bombs. I think we're going to see a lot of runs, man, a lot of hitting the ball. A's White Sox over 8. And I love getting both of these at 8. I don't have to play 8.5. I like getting them at 8. And then tonight, the NBA playoffs, Jimmy Butler over 6.5 rebounds at plus 110 against the Grizzlies. Now, that was the NBA. That was Major League Baseball. We could stop right there. Why the hell would we do that? Because you know what? We got college baseball tonight. And take a look at the board. All right, now we don't have lines or spreads, but we're getting down to about a month left in the regular season of college baseball. And I will tell you this, you're going to see teams start to take these midweek games a little more seriously. So we've got some blowout games potentially that we won't get to bet on. However, Western Kentucky at Louisville, that's going to be a hell of a game. South Florida at Florida State, that's going to be a hell of a game. Coastal Carolina at Wake Forest. Look at the ranked team. That's Coastal coming in as the ranked team. West Virginia at Marshall. All right. Charlotte at North Carolina is not going to be bad. Bellarmine at Tennessee, there will be 1,000 runs in that one. Bellarmine gives up 1 billion runs. Georgia Tech at Georgia. All right. Lipscomb at Vanderbilt. Let me tell you, it's at Vanderbilt, Nashville. You know what Lipscomb is? About 1.5 miles down the road from Vanderbilt. All right. They could ride their bikes there. Auburn at Jacksonville State, man. Oklahoma at Oklahoma State. UAB at Alabama. Oh, man. So many good games. And we could keep going. Southern Miss at Southeastern Louisiana. Look at Southeastern Louisiana in terms of runs scored and home runs. A ton of them. Dallas Baptist at TCU. Okay. All right. You've got Arkansas, Blind Buff, and Arkansas. Nah, who cares? UT Rio Grande Valley against Texas. There could be some runs scored in that one. McNeese and LSU. LSU just got swept. All right. And McNeese is right down there. All right. This is not a far trip for them. Oregon State at UCLA. Oh, that's an awesome one. Grand Canyon in Arizona is another one. And Loyola Marymount at UC Irvine. Dude, this is a great Tuesday lineup. Tuesday lineup in regards to college baseball. So 3 p.m. Eastern, we'll be all over it. I assure you. This is a hell of a list, man. Hell of a list. Roger said that's a very sharp balls lit. I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that, TJ. If you ain't talking NHL, no. Look. I love the NHL, but I'm also not going to be that dude that comes on and just BS's you stuff that I don't know about, right? So I leave it to you guys for sure. Help me out. You know what I mean? Yeah, TJ, look, we're leaning on you, bro. I don't know. I like betting goal scores though. Randall's real good at those. I usually just take what he's betting. But yeah. So, hey, college baseball, man. We have got a hell of a lineup tonight. And let me tell you, like, I'm interested to see what the totals are going to look like tonight. And we'll break down the weather with it, obviously. But there are going to be some very attackable totals that we have. And I do believe that we're going to be able to start playing some run lines and money lines for the last month of the season. There are going to be nice options, right? And you're going to see a little less of craziness going on there. So we'll see. Tonight's a good judge night. It's a good night to just take a look there at how these big teams operate. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. Who thinks I know it's my favorite. Baseball is my favorite sport, and college baseball is my absolute favorite of that. God, I love it. I absolutely love it, man. We're a month away from conference tournaments, and it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be absolutely great. Like a kid in a candy shop. It is like a kid in Buc-ee's. Oh my goodness, man. Buc-ee's was solid. I got a 3-meat sandwich. I got a 3-meat sandwich. Hit the tortilla shop, bunch of tacos. Oh man, beaver nuggets. Yeah, it was solid, man. It was solid. Okay, so I think that's it. I think it's all we've got. I'll put the picks up here one more time, then let's hit the poll and we'll jump out of here. And again, we'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern today. And as Melanie said, don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, please, please, please. Yeah, that's a huge, huge help. Huge help. All right, so Giants and Phillies over 8. A's and the White Sox over 8. And then Jimmy Butler over 6.5 rebounds at plus 110. And I saw in the chat, I apologize. I don't have the name of who said it, but A's and the White Sox, you've got it at over 7.5. Yeah, shop your books for sure. Shop your books for sure. All right, our Howie Schwab crew play of the day. Excuse me. We have choice. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. Like I said, all right, we'll jump out of here. Again, 3 p.m. Eastern, I'll be live with Driving the Nightline. And then at what? 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern? Yeah. Did it freeze? Ah, it froze. Did it did it freeze? Hit one if you can hear me. Oh, there we go. Oh, the Howie Schwab. Yeah. All right. Did it freeze? All right. It came back. Damn it. We were almost there. We were almost there. All right. So the Howie Schwab group play of the day is the Grizzlies plus 6.5. That was the winner at 34%. Warriors minus 6.5 was second place at 24%. So yeah, Howie, look. Yeah. So Grizzlies plus 6.5 is your winner. That's what you selected. All right. And Maddie said Howie got us. Hell yeah, he did. Howie looked down and said, yeah, we're gonna get his ass one more time. All right. Damn, we almost made it. Anyway, it's an F day. Yeah. So Grizzlies plus 6.5 is your winner at 34% there. And again, we'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern today. And we will finish up. Our best bets will also be live at 8 p.m. Eastern for a members only crew play. Yep. Said it best. Howie, we hear you. Yep. That was Howie indeed. I love it. All right, everybody. Love all y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Again, live 3 p.m. Eastern. Break down more bets and get it all set up. But until then, best of luck. Let's catch these tickets. We'll see you this afternoon. Thanks.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody!